John Solomon, Julian Assange was ready to provide technical evidence on Podesta emails to Comey, but he turned it down. By Jim Hoff for the GatewayPundit.com. Dirty cop James Comey killed immunity deal with Julian Assange. Julian Assange could have revealed where the leaked WikiLeaks email came from, but James Comey turned it down. You wonder why, right? Julian Assange has repeatedly said his source for the Podesta emails was not the Russian government. The Hill's John Solomon broke the news on Monday night. Later tonight, John Solomon went on with Sean Hannity to discuss his breaking report. Solomon told Hannity Julian Assange was ready to make a deal. I would love to see the evidence he was going to provide. He was going to provide technical evidence that would answer who did not provide these documents. That would be critical to any investigation, and why it was turned away is a great mystery to me. I don't see where the mystery is. Julian Assange is saying that it wasn't the Russians. So, of course, Comey refused the testimony from Assange because he did not want the criminal action of the deep state and Democrat Party revealed. Of course he didn't want them revealed. Because Julian Assange has said that it wasn't the Russians. If Julian Assange had said it was the Russians and we have the info, you'd see him rushing to get that to incriminate Trump on something. Let's take a listen. These people all need to go to prison, you think?
Are you convinced, John Solomon, because you're breaking the story, right, that Assange he was the guy that would have proof positive. Are you of the belief that he told the truth, that it wasn't Russia?
I'd love to see the evidence he was going to provide. He was going to provide technical evidence that would answer who did not provide these.
Did you hear how even John Solomon spoke? They're afraid to say it. I mean, are you kidding me? Listen to Hannity here.
That it wasn't Russia.
That it wasn't Russia. Listen to how he answers. Of course it wasn't Russia. We all know it wasn't Russia. I think a 2-year-old would know it wasn't Russia at this point.
I'd love to see the evidence he was going to provide. He was going to provide technical evidence that would answer who did not provide these documents. That would be critical to any investigation, and why it was turned away is a great mystery to me. I mean, we should want transparency in this story.
Sarah, go back to this Peter Strzok part. Should it be transparent?
It should absolutely be transparent, and this is the reason why Peter Strzok's attorney didn't want him to be subpoenaed, why he acted like he wanted to voluntarily allow him to speak to Congress. He knew it would be behind closed doors, and he knows that because it's not under subpoena, because he's going to talk to members of Congress, he may not have to answer any of all of these questions.
Let me go last question. Here, I'm bouncing back and forth, but this is in my head. So you're saying that American sources and methods is part of the...
Too bad we didn't get the whole interview, at least a little bit longer. But listen, the bottom line is Comey didn't give Julian Assange immunity because they know it was Seth Rich that gave WikiLeaks the information. Just like when Kim.com offered to testify to Mueller about who the source was, and Mueller didn't want to investigate him. No, they just swept it right under the rug. They didn't want Julian Assange giving the information because they don't want this. This is what proves that Mueller is deep state. I say bring the charges on. I think Trump should give immunity to Julian Assange, get the info out, and bring the House of Cards all down and have the military there and just start arresting. No trials, no nothing. First arrest, then we have a trial. That's what I think should take place. And I think President Trump has the power to do this, to give immunity to Julian Assange, sign an executive order. Obama did that. He said, if I have a pen and a phone, You know, there's no stopping me. So I think Trump should use his power, because we all know it was Seth Rich. And Kim.com had info. Mueller didn't want to hear it. Assange, they don't want to hear it because they want to keep their narrative alive. And you know what the thing is? Mueller is very guilty in this. Mueller knows, okay? And the thing is, that's why they didn't turn over the DNC server to be investigated, you see? In other words, you break into Cohen's office, get everything you want, you break into Manafort. I'm not a big fan of Manafort, but it's just the way that it was done. Break in and grab all the information. Well, I say it's time the Republicans start grabbing and breaking in and grabbing all the information. And let's see what happens then. And let's see their smug looks on their faces, along with that Brennan, who I can't stand, and I want him to go down with the rest of these criminals. They should all be arrested. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.